or take.
Give or take.
Let's go to Oregon. John, west of the Rockies. Hey, John, go ahead.
Hey, George and Marshall. I was wanting to know, if I kind of caught the last part of the show, but does any of your research point towards something like maybe a hidden cache or something, or at least suggest the possibility of stuff being left behind by visitors or whatever you want to call them?
Maybe the Hall of Records that Edgar Casey talks about at the foot of the Sphinx, which everyone says doesn't exist. Maybe.
Well, I was just wondering if I mean, I know maybe you don't know, but
what I think, John, is that what they did leave us were things like the cylinder seals. I'm sure the locals couldn't have produced those at all, so that it had to be done by the advanced technology of a civilization like the Anunnaki. And there are other things like this Nazca Plateau montage, the kind of my idea of a time capsule. There might be other information in there that I haven't discovered yet. In other words, these objects seem to be carefully crafted, and they are presented in a very distinct fashion. And the one message I got out of it was that they're the ones that did it because the spider is drawn in a fashion which nobody could known about. I mean, they're the ones that could have known about that little creature. It's an insect that's so small you can't see its arm in a microscope.
Yeah, it just seems to me like some of this stuff you guys have been talking about tonight, it just seems like maybe we have to reach a technological level or just really study.
We're advancing all the time, John. I mean, the fact that we've become a space-age civilization on the whole planet, everybody's going up. The Chinese are going up. The Indians are going up. I mean, it's like we were meant to be space-age people, and that is a link I think we could contemplate.
Marshall, any way you can describe what their spaceships might have looked like?
No. Sorry, George. Fuel.
That's the one photograph you don't have in your book, Adam, the Missing Link.
Yes, right. Well, the thing that I was curious about is what do they use for fuel? And there are conversations in there about stopping at Mars and picking up water, when there was water on Mars before it lost its atmosphere. And I said, okay, well, what do you do with water? And they were big on crystals, George. If you remember, in the Great Pyramid, that whole thing was kind of like a crystal haven. It had enough power to make lightning bolts come off the peak of it. Crystal and water maybe could produce propulsion.
Well, that's no doubt about that. Let's go to Austin, Texas, wild card line. Caesar, go ahead, Caesar.
Hey, George, great show. I was just calling to comment about, I was calculated from 2012 and subtracted the 3600 calculation like you did. I got 1588. Then I subtracted again and got 2012 again. I found that funny. But the other thing I wanted to comment on was, did Planet X come across the Earth, possibly in a planet causing the flood and making the asteroid field?
Oh, absolutely. And there's no doubt that if a planet came by, its gravitational pull would have caused all kinds of disruptions. Marshall, you would agree?
Yes, the planet had heated up, so the ice shelf was loose to begin with, and the gravitational pull was enormous, and it just sloshed it in. They knew that. In other words, they knew it was coming. It's an interesting concept that they were smart enough to have figured out what was going to happen, and they interestingly decided, or the leader decided, to let us all die.
Time for a few more questions. That's it. We go to Michigan. Mark, you're on the air with us. First-time caller. Hey, Mark.
How you guys doing tonight? You guys
Good.
have a truly enlightening show every night. I was just curious, like the book of Revelations talks about, a grand revealing. It's all about revealing. And I was wondering if, as a society, we're being prepared to truly leave this planet, whether it be through our media, through people like you going into UFOs and all of these different things with the Orion Project, the Venus Project, all these things getting us away from the way we were to the way it should be. And I was wondering what your take is on that, and if there's any way we could just speed this up together as a planetary family.
It's going to be tough. I think our nature needs to change before that'll happen.
And you think it ever will?
I have my doubts, George.
Yeah, so do I.
I think it's,
So do I. I mean, though there are many enlightened people on this planet, and I think more good than bad. The bad are really bad.
Yes. Yes.
And unfortunately, the bad control right now. But maybe not forever, Marshall. You never know.
That's true.
You never know. Let's, I don't know, Elijah? We only have a minute left. Go ahead, Elijah.
Greetings. You had a story, George, this week about a comet that's supposed to approach the Earth. Interestingly enough, it's said in the story in 2012. And from what I've followed from various individuals, they say that planet Nibiru it's a renegade planet that it was captured by our solar system, and that it has a cometary orbit. So when I read that story you had on Coast to Coast, I thought, my God, I wonder if this is Nibiru, and you haven't brought it up at all this week, yet your story was listed there, so I wanted to comment.
I'm not sure it is Nibiru. I think Nibiru was indeed a planet X. There are a number of objects in our solar system that continue to come by our planet that I think could create possible dangers for it, but I don't think this possibility of a comet is,
Comets wouldn't be habitable.
No, not at all. Marshall, my friend, thank you so much for being on the program.
My pleasure, George.
Marshall Clairfeld, the book, Adam the Missing Link. For Karis Coburn, Dan Galante, Tom Danheiser, Lisa Lyon, Lex Lonehood, Sean Ladesseur, Ross Mitchell, George Knapp, Ian Punnett, and Art Bell, I'm George Norrie, somewhere out there on Coast to Coast AM. We'll see you on our next edition. Until then, be safe, everyone.